Am I good? Hello, everybody. Welcome to session 34 of campaign 4, Chasing the Dragon, Man-Ape-Wolf. Last we left off, we had the Thanksgiving episode where we essentially murdered a camp of kobold hunters that stole some normal hunters for the fort that we're staying in at the moment and brought back a bunch of food. After we end that session, we had a long rest, and Desperado is visited by his patron and gives him the gift of knowledge of religion for his good deeds. Gives him a new quest. She wants to expand her influence and put more people under her patronage in the land to help fight against evil. I mean, she's a good person, so well, why not? Doesn't seem like a bad thing to do. And she requests Desperado to do what brought her original redwood forest to life, where she resides, which is to spill lycanthrope blood on a peaceful grove, which means um, killing Edward in a peaceful grove. But we're all friends. So obviously Desperado just thinks about that real hard for a while. I think he ultimately accepts her request. Doing this means that we won't cure Edward of his affliction, and he's got to die. And whether Desperado will keep to his word is a mystery where only he knows the answers. So we got to see how that works out later. But everyone gets around for breakfast, and Michael, Michael, Michael. Ben keeps telling me a different way to say it, and I can't remember. So you're getting that. Um, who is the in-between between the fort and the temple in the Silver Order, informs us that Gothak, which is the military leader of the camp, different guy, plans to kill the white dragon that resides nearby. For going after the hunters by sending the kobolds after the hunters, and you know, states that his children's fingers got cut off. Some of them, which if you had a run-in with a white dragon or a kobold hunting party is a light sentence to have. I mean, just getting off alive is pretty good in general, I would say. And we tell him that. And everyone told him that, and everyone says it's a bad idea, but the people that are going with him, the volunteers and Gothak himself, think, nah, it's fine. We'll be okay. We'll kill it. We'll have glory and pride and great treasures and whatnot. We say, give us an hour, all right? Because he's leaving with or without us. And we thought, if we don't help this guy out, he's dying for sure. 100% no way. So we give him out. We say, give us an hour. We decide to put off the curse curing of Edward until after this dragon thing is situated. We buy a bunch of potions, a few scrolls to help in the battle. A lot of us join the volunteers. All of us join the volunteers, and we go on the trail that we've went to go find the hunters originally that were kidnapped. These so-called dragon hunters move on the trail from the prior day and eventually are met with icicles forming a wall and a mini tornado of cold winds trying to throw us off our feet. The white dragon's name is Riva, and the dragon's breath was Riva's breath, or the little tornado thing was Riva's breath. We So we do fight a tornado, a little mini tornado. Durian does the classic RPG thing of like buffing up before a fight. He downs a potion of cold resistance, an oil of slipperiness, which he applied a little bit ago, and a potion of growth, giving him, making him large. So, he's large, he's got cold resistance, he's got freedom of movement. He's doing pretty good for himself right now. Fight against the wind goes well, and the dragon itself is spotted in the air afterwards. Peter blinds it with Hunger Hadar and makes it dive down towards us. Durian books it out of the way because he sees the writing on the wall and knows this is bad. Even if he does have resistance, it's not going to be good. And as he gets past, a wall comes up behind him, blocking the group of people in between two walls in a ravine in a little creek. And everybody but the party and Gothak, all the normal hunters, volunteers, just normal people, get absolutely frozen to death by a breath weapon. I have noted down here 68 damage. No normal person is surviving that. Gothak, how he's alive, it's a wonder. Maybe he's saved, maybe not. Maybe he's just him, but who knows? Peter was in that damage. He saved and he quartered that damage as well by using a absorb element scroll, which is a very good purchase, I feel. This starts out the combat of our fight with the dragon, which is the main meat here. It's 60 feet up in the air, which, as you find, is the main obstacle to us doing anything to it, because this is out of melee range for everybody. Everyone has a ranged weapon necessarily, but Edward doesn't never shoots his crossbow. I have javelins. Durian has javelins that are just normal javelins. And Desperado has arrows that he may enhance with Divine Favor, giving him like a D4 of radiant damage, but that's kind of it. The only one that really has any range damage is Peter, and he's running off in the woods, hiding for his damn life because he's like got like 10 health left, and he's going to get murdered by this dragon if he doesn't book it. So to combat this, among rounds of shooting it with arrows and what we had, and Gothak shooting and missing multiple times, except once. He did hit it once at least. Um, Peter, while running in the woods, polymorphs Edward into a giant ape, Man-Ape-Wolf, because Edward's a werewolf. And that gives him a ton of hit points and some, at least some vertical capability. He could throw a rock. Durian takes a potion of speed, which gives him a hasted action, and then he takes a potion of flight, makes him fly. He had a setup round. And then he gets close to the dragon. He gets on top of the dragon, but doesn't grapple him because he doesn't have any actions left. And he, Durian wanted to grapple the dragon, didn't have any actions to grapple the dragon. And Ben, our DM, being the nice man that he is, rules that after 2 dex saves of where Durian succeeded, the dragon is grappled due to the position on its back. Another round of arrows and a big rock from Edward as an ape. Durian brings the dragon to the floor using his movement and his bonus action Adrenaline Rush, which is a dash, essentially, and throws it to the floor. He lets go, mistakenly, bad idea, to do 2 swings on it while not dealing that much damage. Swings, might I add, with the big giant axe that is huge and normally you have to roll with disadvantage on. It was pretty nice in this fight because he was finally matching the size of it. Doesn't do that much damage, however. The dragon gets free and makes everyone save for Wisdom Fear. During uses inspiration and crits in the dragon fear and doesn't feel it. Peter fails it and is scared as hell. And unfortunately, some real world issues came from Destro and Edward, the players that were playing them. Their internet cut out, so we decided to end it there since things were running a bit late. All things considered, besides all the dead, NPCs that are just cannon fodder, they're very badly hurt Peter and Edward, who, at least when he's not polymorphed, things are going pretty well. Surprisingly, not that bad. Join us for my next recap, and you'll see how this ends. You might be surprised. Bye.